Okay, I think I'm good. All right, guys. I hope some more people will jump on with us too. But I am excited about tonight's topic about just freshening up our challenge group some. I think what we have has been great when we I think it's been about 6 months since some of us were at Super Saturday in Raleigh together, and we just started talking and had the idea just to change things up. Instead of all of us leading these segmented groups, we decided to come together because we thought it was just so much more powerful when we had each other together. And I know for me, like I started off on my own from day one as a coach. I just kind of did my own challenge groups, and I don't know why I did that exactly, but that was what I did. And it was hard. At the time, I didn't realize it was hard. I think I liked it because I was kind of in control and I wasn't out of my comfort zone. I got to kind of control what I was doing. But looking back, it was me as the leader, and then I had all these people as the follower that were working on themselves. And the only person that they had to follow was me. And that was a lot of pressure on me to have like all that on me. So anyway, I share all that to say that that was the reason that we came together and we changed things up. And I think that was about 6 months ago that we did that. And, it's been a big change and it's been a great change, but we see things in it that can be even more powerful by having you guys, all of us really in there, just kind of doing our own thing, bringing our own gifts. Like we each have our own stuff that we bring to the table. And like I said, when I was leading my own thing, I know that I was lacking in areas, and I know that I was trying to be perfect. And I know that in a lot of ways that probably hurt my challengers because they didn't have all these different perspectives to bring in that we have now. So here's kind of how tonight is going to go. Our hope is that it will be fun and that it will bring I want everybody to feel welcome and to jump in on this, because I'm going to share a little bit about challenge groups and kind of the idea behind them. But then I'm going to open it up in different places. I'm just going to kind of give a topic, and then I want you guys to jump in. Now we're going to do this in the chat portion where you guys are kind of typing down there. So bring up your chat window when we get to that. And it's kind of like a brain dump. Like don't filter your thoughts. Just put your thoughts out there. We just want all the thoughts to come out of our head and into this, so we can kind of sort through it maybe more later on. But just get those ideas out that I ask you to share. And we're going to do it in the chat because one, if we all started talking, we'd probably be here till midnight, and I want to make our time use the best. So it's not that I don't want to hear you talk. I really do. But we're going to do that for that purpose. And the chat saves a written record for us, so I can go back through and save that and look at it a little bit more closely later. Okay, so let me make sure I hit on everything I want to say there. Okay, so as far as challenge groups, to me, they are just the heart and soul. I love working with coaches and all the new coaches that come on, but my heart is always first in the challenge groups. And I guess that's because first, I always am a challenger. I know I'm still on my journey, no matter what is going on. I know mentally I still have work to do, and physically I still have work to do. And so my heart really goes to those people that join as challenge groups. So I'm going to work really hard to be brief on the part I'm sharing tonight, because it is such a passion of mine. I'm going to work on just kind of hitting on some simple highlights, and then make sure we really get to have discussion from there. But one of the things that's stood out to me lately as we've been kind of talking about that, the idea of becoming and going there and growing there, and our mission, true change, all of those things, we've kind of been talking about on a coach level, and how if we want to grow a business, or if we want to be able to help more people or whatever, we've got to be willing to become. We've got to be willing to kind of go through that process that gets us there. But if you think about it, that's what really happens in our challenges too. Our challengers have to be willing to grow, and they have to become someone new in some ways in order to really find success in that. And and for us, all of us, that's probably where we all began. Our becoming began in that, in a challenge group. And, maybe it was our body, but maybe it was our mindset. Maybe it was things that had held us back before. Maybe we had, always quit. And it was the first time that we ever did something and finished it. It could be any number of things there, but we all kind of grew and became something new there. And so think about any challengers that you've had in the past. And if you're brand new and you haven't had one, think about yourself, but, and where you were, but think about the ones that are crazy successful. They stick to that plan day one. They're boom, 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 boom. Or maybe they don't stick to it exactly, but they grow over time. And the first couple days are a little rocky, but they get it together and they keep going. And at the end, they're successful. Think about those compared to those that just kind of they come in and they flatline. You never hear from them. They don't do anything. You're not really sure what happened. And we never really know what's going on in the mind of people. So I won't pretend to say that, but if you've gotten to know some of those people, sometimes what it came down to, probably a lot of the time, is those that were willing to grow and those who were no, this is too hard. I can't do it. I'm out. And maybe they'll come back later. Sometimes it takes a few rounds before they get in. So not knocking anybody there, but there's a place where you're ready to grow, and there's a place where you're not. And so I say all of this to say that our job in these challenge groups is to create the atmosphere. We can just create this place for them to come and to do that becoming and to do that growing and to work on their physical body and their mental body, whatever they need to work on. But we create the place for that. And so tonight, that's kind of what we're going to talk about, is that what does that atmosphere look like and how can we create that better? And I'm not trying to get all intense or anything like that. Think about what our challenge groups look like now. And these could be just simple, tiny little changes. But we're just going to go through and talk about that a little bit. So let me make sure I had everything I want to say there. I think so. Okay, so, and I think the first thing that it starts with, when you're having conversations with people, the first thing that you're trying to figure out from them before they get into challenge group is, what is their need? Why are they here? What do they want this for? That's why we join a group, is because we all had some kind of need. I know for me, I had all these health issues. I figured out it was food that was causing the problem, but I could not, and I needed to cut all these foods out, but I couldn't stay consistent on it because it was so dang hard to do it by myself. And so I needed the accountability. I knew what to do. I didn't need more information. I just needed the community, and little did I know all it was going to turn into. But that was my need when I did that. Some people have that, a physical goal that they're working on. Some people have a hurt in their life and they just want to push past the hurt. And so if they lose weight, that'll help with that. It could be health, weight. Some people need a community. Maybe they want to have a healthy family. There's a million different reasons why, but we all start with that need. So in our chat, here's the first thing, and I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to copy over my question so we can see kind of what we were talking about. But the question is, and just talk to each other in this. This isn't just one word answers. Talk to each other, chat back and forth so we can see all that. But I want you to think back to your first challenge group. So why did you join a challenge? What was your need? And why did you do it? What was it all about? What was it for you, that need? Because we really need to know those needs so we can know how to reach people. We've got to know that why, so we know how to create the atmosphere for those why. So just jot them in, friends in a safe place. And I'm just going to read these back as they pop up so people that are listening later can hear all of it because they won't be able to see it. But I needed friends in a safe place. I thought it was because I needed to lose weight. Yep. I needed accountability. because all the cool ladies at the gym were doing it and my coach was really convincing. I feel like maybe she's on here right now. I thought it would be a fun 10-day focus so I could eat healthier. I tried on my own and something was drastically missing and there was a $500 prize. Also, I needed to have a place to really focus on my nutrition while being able to share my fears. I needed stability and structure. I needed accountability. Okay, awesome. So that's what we're creating this place for, this atmosphere. It's for all these different things, all those needs that are out there, from financial to just having some friends, possibly feeling lonely. I was at a lonely place too. I had no idea I was joining for that reason, but I was there too. I needed to change my life for the better. Yeah, all of those things. Okay, so then let's get into accountability with a no judgment. Yes. Let's get into what that atmosphere is. And I've really tried to simplify it down to 3 things. And part of these are things that I've heard from Summer and things that I've observed. And I've just kind of came down to these 3, but we create the atmosphere for them. Okay. Atmosphere for them, whether what they do with it is their choice. They're going to choose to grow or not. They are going to choose to become or not. And that depends on where they are and whether they're ready or not. But we just create that place for them. And that's our responsibility. We can't take responsibility for all the results that come from it. But so I've narrowed it down to the 3. But number 1 thing that we provide is tools. We've got to give them the tools to equip them for success. And that's their challenge pack, Shakeology, Beachbody On Demand, the program. Those are the tools that we provide for them. We also provide the tools inside that prep week when we give them meal plans, when we teach them how to do measurements, when we do the kickoff call. I can't think all the other different little forms and all Shakeology recipes. Those are the tools. Again, they take them and do with them what they want to, but we give them the tools. Part 2 of that atmosphere is community, and it's creating that safe place, which is what so many of us mention in there, that where they feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, where they start to trust us, where they see that we're real people. They see that this can be fun. They begin to see that their story matters, and all of those parts that make it a community. And there's probably a ton of other areas that make it community that I didn't list there that you may have seen and experienced there. But so number 1 is tools, giving them the tools. The other part is creating that real community feel, that connectedness piece of it. And then the third part is belief. We surround them with success. And I think, like I was saying, when I first started, I was the only person who was success in there, who had success. Everybody else was brand new. So I gave them me as a model, but I wasn't giving them a whole team of people to show them, look, you can do this. Look, this person had this starting place and this has been their result. And this person did this and this worked for them. They've got to have that success coming at them from lots of different angles so that they see what's possible and their hope gets built there, because they've got to build that belief in themselves, and that belief that the process and what these tools that we've given them, they've got to believe that stuff actually works. And as they go through that process, that's where the growth happens, when they begin to trust the process, trust us, and then take those little steps. That is where that growth, that becoming part comes into play there. Okay, so tools, community, and belief are the three big things that I saw that we really need to have in our group. So now let's get more into the conversation. And like I said, make this fun, talk to each other within there. And I'm going to try my best to read them out loud as we go. I don't like that's quiet. It doesn't feel as fun, but we're going to do this for now so we can manage our time well. But the first thing I wanted to look at was just our prep week and our kickoff calls. Our kickoff calls, we're still trying to decide how we're going to do those consistently, because we kind of do them here and there. But for the months that we have them, I want us to just look at that prep week and kickoff. That week is really important for capturing their attention and their desire to really do this. So if you think about those people that came in and they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, making sure that we have the tools, but we also create that feeling and that atmosphere. That's going to be important for those people that are iffy. They may be gone before we ever reach day one if we don't, make sure we have all those pieces together from the start. So I'm just going to share kind of my opinion about what I see with our, with the groups that we've had in the last few months. And you guys may see it totally different, and feel free to chime in on that. But as far as that prep week and that kickoff call, I feel like we do a really good job on covering the tools. Like we give them everything they need. We've told them how to use BOD. We've given them meal plans on top of like everything that they already have. They have a challenge package, Shakeology, all that. I feel like that's something that we're really strong in that prep week. And then as far as the, see what I was looking at there. We do an okay job in, bringing in that safety feeling. We bring that up and mention that this is your safe place. And I think we all do a good job of making sure everybody does feel safe in there. We bring in some fun and some mini challenges with that kickoff call. But I don't know that they truly feel the community that we already have. I'm not sure that feeling shows up in that prep week. Now, down the road, probably so, but I'm not sure that that's there. And like I said, you guys may have a different opinion. But to me, from my side looking at it, sometimes it feels like Lisa and I have got the posts that are going out there, and it's like everybody's observers, like the challengers, like everybody's kind of like reading our posts, and then it's like dead quiet in there. Has anybody else noticed that? Like that first week is just like crickets and a little bit uncomfortable because you're like, is anybody here? Is anybody going to do the challenge? So here is my next question for you, talking on that community feeling. So in that prep week, that kickoff call area. So how can we work together during prep week to create that community feeling? And this could spread into forever, but missed the T, but how can we work together during that week to create that community feeling? What's missing there? What ideas do you guys have? Can't talk. How could we show the community that's even between us, and then even the community that's, or start creating that community for the challengers? Yes. Would it be beneficial to share a couple of success stories? Absolutely. That was one of the things that I thought of too. I think grabbing coaches who are running and having people go live is super helpful. They like hearing and seeing us. Yep. Second the live calls. What if we shared more stories like in the coach sneak peek? I like Kristen's idea. I've added live workouts from BOD and show them how I modify. Yeah, I love all that. That was my next question, was going to be about how to build their belief, but I think that goes with it. I think the two are really tied together. If we have, people in there who are sharing their stories, that's going to build their belief, but it's also going to create that face-to-face. And that was something I even thought, today was like the welcome thing. I thought I need to get in there and post a video of myself sharing my story. I haven't done that in a little while, just my little intro story. Sharing our fears. Yes. And because they all, we all started with fears or unbelief or whatever. So getting in there and sharing how we really feel from the beginning. Share stories or pictures from Summit. Yes. So they can see how we became friends through this. I think having challengers who have been in a few groups, sharing their initial thoughts and fears with a few challengers. Yes. Okay. Awesome ideas. Okay. And then anything else, my next question was going to be about building belief. Anything else, ways that we could build belief in there, beyond what you guys have already said? So belief, what I had mentioned back here, belief was just that, surround them with success so that they can see what's possible. I think, sharing like some of our challengers' stories too. Like I did that a while back, shared some of my challengers from past challenges, things that were going on with them now, because now they're 6 months or 9 months or a year down the road, and, showing that it has been a process. I'm posting some of my original photos because some don't believe I struggled. Yes, exactly. If they've only seen this side, then they don't know. I think shout outs for sure, before and afters. Yes, as we go through the process. Yep. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to be saving all this so we can kind of chat. Those of us who are, for those of us who are running our challengers together, but I'm going to save this all and put it out there for anybody that can take it and use it in their own groups too. But let's go into like the main challenge part. So that was prep week. That was getting everybody like, okay, this does work. These are real people. These aren't just a computer on an app, because those of us who use the app, we don't really have that live option, but we can still record those videos and post them in there. And those are things that we can save and use over and over as well. As far as the main challenge, so the first part, that's really where we got to get the tools in there, but we have to get these other pieces. And the main challenge, they've got the tools. Now it's just like, get to work. But we still have to focus on building that belief and creating that community feeling now with the challengers, with each other. It's all about that atmosphere feeling. So I want you now just to kind of think back. What happened in your first challenge or second or third, wherever you really got going? What happened that made you say, this will work, or this is working? What was something that created that belief for you? So this is on belief. What was it that happened as you went through the challenge that created that belief for you? Accountability and knowing I was consistent. I agree, Elizabeth. I know for me, that first one, I was just super happy. I was like, I do this. I can hold myself accountable to something. I can do it. Where before I felt like I'd be on 3 days and come apart, and I felt like a failure, but that was the first time I didn't. Yes. I saw my leader showing up daily. Others in the group posted real struggles. Yes. Being real. I actually stuck to the plan I had to write, sticking to a plan with the sheets that were provided. I saw my coach being real. Challenges were huge for me. So like many challenges, Tracy, like fun things. Okay. Honesty when doing the workout program. And in the second week, I felt so much stronger already. It was shocking to see how fast it really worked when I stayed consistent. I think also my coach encouraged me through my failures. Like when I shared my not so perfect food, people helping me to focus on the good. I did. Winning prizes are always fun. I love seeing all the different personalities come out in here, our sapphires and our rubies. And yeah, that's fun. Okay. And that's the cool thing with when we run it together. However, if you run it with a partner or the whole team or whatever you do with it, like we all have these own things that we can bring just by being ourselves. Like we don't have to get in there and try to be like, I'm a coach, I have to be like this. Like we're so much better when we just get in there and do our thing without thinking about it, without making ourselves into this persona. Because you guys that like the challenges, you're going to bring us the challenges. You guys that like the prizes, you're going to say, hey, we need some prizes. And we need that, because this Emerald, I'm just like, just follow the plan. People just do what I said like that. Like, why can't you do it? And the sapphires just want to have fun. So I think that's the beauty of it. Okay, sorry, I got off track there. But Tracy, being told how great I was when I was sucking wind, sticking to the meal plans, and others starting to notice without knowing what I was doing, seeing so many sticking to the workouts right along with me. Yeah, other people noticing what you're doing too. Okay, and one more question I want you to think, a think back question, and this is about the community feel. Okay, one second. What were some of the things that the coach or the challengers did to make you feel like you were part of something bigger than yourself? Like, how did you feel that connection piece for you? What is something that you remember just really feeling part of something? I remember getting in there and seeing how many people were in there. I was like, oh, this is something, because I really had no idea what it was or how many people, but really just being interested in the amount of people that were in there, and they were all over the country. And like Lisa knew all these people, and I saw she was so cool and connected. And it was awesome. Okay. Again, so comments on the post with feedback, personal messages from my coach, building relationships with others in the group, other people commenting on my post, just being in there and seeing other people sticking to their meal plan and workouts, and it gave me the challenge I needed to stick to mine. Yeah, me too. I like to, if when I saw other people going, I was like, hey, if they can do it, I can too. Okay. For me, the simple word from people I didn't know saying I could do it made me feel like I mattered. Yeah. I love when I see the challengers getting in there and do it. You know, it's one thing when coaches do it, but when you see the challengers like really forming relationships and how we have that buddy system going, how those people will connect and they will encourage each other like through the ups and the downs. I love that. Definitely making friends and seeing others struggle and that it's okay to get back up. People following up with me like, did you get that workout in today, Tracy? And so, yes, I think the fact that we are all different and that it wasn't a perfect group, but a real group. And it was more than being a certain size, but it was about being healthy from the inside out. Yep. Okay. Okay, so now let's get to a little bit more fun. We're all going into summer, okay? We've got May, June, July, August coming up. And so I think we've kind of hit and we've got that idea of that atmosphere we want to create. What mattered to us is what's going to matter to them. What made a difference in our lives is going to make a difference in their life. So if commenting was something that was encouraging for you, then you get in there and comment. You know, if challenge was something that was good, get in there and throw that in. And I'm going to come back around to that stuff in a minute. But I think we've hit on like some really major ideas for that atmosphere piece. So, but I really wanted to get into, this was something Lisa and I had talked about, is making it fresh and fun for summer. You know, the people that are coming into it, if it's a brand new challenge, it's the first challenge, they don't know whether it's fresh or not. But we do, and we need it to be fresh for us too, because we're on our journey too. And we're, you know, when it gets old and mundane, then we can get bored and kind of worn out with the groups too. So it's important for us to do this piece, you know, just for us, as well as for the people coming in. But so our group coming up that's starting this week is called Summer Ready, because it is 30 days until summer. And so let's talk about like some specific ideas. We know we want it to be just extra fun, because summer has to be fun or we're going to lose people. We also want to make sure that we uncover like some of the important summer issues like travel and snacks. And, you know for me, I can get off course all summer long. We live at the beach. I sit on the beach all day, or not all day, but a lot. And it's easy to get off with my snacking. And, you know, those are things that I really have to watch. And, you know, kids are home from school. Sometimes teachers are home and they're going to be into snacking more because they're not busy at work or whatever. So we need to hit on those issues. So let's just like a major brain dump. Whatever comes to your mind, just dump it down. Don't like think through it. But what topics, ideas, mini challenges, tools, hashtags, etc. What could we do to bring out the summer? What could we do just to keep it fun, keep it real, make it helpful, but just make it summery? Ready, set, go. Water challenges. Yes. Kid approved meals and snacks. Yes, that's a good one. Show workouts outside. Mm-hmm. You know, Lisa and I talked a little bit just about like traveling and, you know, how to stay on track. How do you have a like treat meal, or how do you have treats but not go like completely lose it that week? Craziest plank challenge. That's always a fun challenge. Yeah, that's a good idea. Where can you drink your shake? Like taking the stuffed animal in photos where we traveled. Yeah, like that's a good idea, because we all will be out and about. That'll be fun. Maybe like a prize at the end of the challenge for the craziest place or one of the most fun places somebody took theirs. Workouts that can be done in water, like jumping jacks in the pool. Yep. Yeah, and that's another thing, like just keep making work. I know I have some people that they like their workouts at home, but they really love it when they're able to get outside. So, you know, making it where it doesn't have to be quite so narrow, that there are other options for getting it done. because it is summer and some people are going to be out doing different things. Okay. And then before I wrap it up, just, is there anything else that you want to add? I'd ask you guys to kind of come tonight with ideas. Was there something that was on your heart or on your mind, or just an idea, something that's been turning you that you wanted to share? Go ahead and just post any other ideas there below. And then Sarah said, what if we had them invite a buddy along for the last week of the challenge, like have them find a friend to join our group to give them a boost of motivation? Yeah, like a bud, just an extra buddy out there. Yeah. Anything? Any more ideas? Okay. Well, I think one thing that I wanted for everybody, I've kind of said it several times, but we want you guys to feel free to lead and share. We're all kind of in different groups. Some of them are in Mission Tree training with us and just different places, but wherever you are, yes, there are sometimes that we have to kind of manage things. We have to manage that pin post of the day and make sure somebody's responsible for that. But we don't want you to feel limited, like this is your one and only time that you are to share. We want you to feel free to lead and to share. There's nothing special about Lisa or I, other than we kind of just started putting it together, the two of us, and made a plan with it. And that was how the prep week started with us, and why we had the pin post. But you guys are equipped with everything that you need to lead it as well. You guys have everything in you to be a great coach, to take this and do it on your own if that's what you wanted to do. So we want you to feel like you can get in there and share and lead and come in with your ideas. Like a challenge, don't ask if it's okay to do that. Just go put it in there. If you found a tool, add it. Don't feel like you have to wait until it's your day, or if it's not the right topic or whatever. This is a place for all of us to come in there and lead all of these people together. So feel empowered and feel like this is my place just as much as it is anybody else's place to lead and to be you, to share you, and equip. Your job is to help create this atmosphere. It's not just us, it's all of us together create that atmosphere by giving the tools and the community and building that belief. So if you see something missing, get in there and just handle it. Don't look to somebody else to do it, or don't look to us to see if it's okay. Just go. We believe in you. We know that you are here for a reason and you have a great purpose. And it's when all of us are working together in our own kind of areas that it all just comes together, and all this goes, and our challengers are blessed, and all the coaches working with you are blessed by you just being you. So Lisa, do you have anything that you want to add in there, saying there before we wrap up? Okay, guys. So I will take all of this, and somehow we will work it into those of us who are working on the challenge together, but we'll also kind of put it out there for the team. I'll get it in some kind of information format so everybody can take it and go with it, and you can use it in your groups to help as you're developing. I think most of us are starting right now with our prep week, and we can kind of work a lot of these things in, and then as we go through the summer, put them in there too. Let me see. I want to read anything that I missed before we get off, but yeah, what if we had feel comfortable in your skin day and take a picture in our bikinis? That would be fun. That would be awesome to see some people get the courage to do that and share that. Somebody freaking out. I can see at least laughing, but I can't see faces. That will help them see that they can be motivated. Oh, you're back to the referral. You can help people be motivators, eventually coaches, if they see that they can do that, absolutely. And that's what I was thinking, Kristen. They'll be wanting to get into their challenges if they can get a taste of what we do. Yeah, that is definitely something to look at. So lots of great ideas. So yeah, so that was all I have for tonight. I really just want to get the conversation going. And when I post this on the page too, if you guys have other ideas, put them in there and share. We are a team. We are all a team doing this together. And let's just keep going, and let's keep rocking their world with with that belief and that hope that they can do it. So, all right, I will save all of this, and you guys have a great night. Oh, house money's due June 1st, 126, I believe is what's left.